we're going to work on moving off faults on your driving test, and whether it's going to be a serious, or it's going to be dangerous, or whether it's going to be just a fault, or it's going to be nothing. So let me just talk about what you should be doing, and then I'll tell you what people do wrong and whether it's going to affect them. So clutch down first gear, because the examiner said to you, when you're ready, move off in your own time, or when it's safe to do so. Whatever words they're going to use, because it might be slightly different for different areas, but usually it's when it's safe to do so, when to move off. So they're not rushing you. Clutch down first gear, a little bit of gas, a little bit of biting point, have a look round. Definitely clear. Now at this point it's up to you whether you want to indicate, because no one's going to benefit from a signal, but if it's a busy area, consider a signal. So I'm going to show a signal. Check my shoulder again, because I didn't pull off straight away, and then as I pull off there, check the mirror, cancel your signal, change the gear, and I'm moving off then, aren't I? And that's fine. I'll just pull over, no signal required because no one's around. So that's what you want to do to pull off. Now the fault, what people do is they've just pulled over, and before they've got themselves into neutral or handbrake neutral, whatever they do to secure the car, the examiner's saying to them, off you go when you're ready. So they pull off in the wrong gear. They pull off in second or third or even fourth gear sometimes, and as they pull off, the car's juddering away and stalls. So it's a control fault for stalling, or if it's on a hill, they're going to roll backwards. So it's a control fault. Now if they roll backwards a lot, it's going to be a serious if the examiner has to step in. So you need to bear this in mind when you're pulling off. You stopped on the hill, right? I want my handbrake. I want to make sure I'm in first gear. So if you're thinking it looks like first, but I'm not too sure, clutch down, go to neutral, and then reselect first gear. There's nothing wrong with doing that, because it could be in third at that point. So that way it'll help you rather than pull off in the wrong gear. It's only a couple of seconds to do it. So clutch down, back to neutral, first gear. I'm ready now. And remember, when you're looking round, make sure it's safe. And like I said a few seconds ago, if you kind of do this, check my right mirror, it looks safe, and I'm pulling off now, then it's going to be a fault for you, because you're not checking over your blind spot, because there could be a car coming out of the driveway, if there's a driveway there, or it could be someone walking across the road, or someone a scooter shooting across. You wouldn't see them. So these are the things you've got to think about. So do your 5-point check before you move off. Look round, make sure it's safe. And if you can't move off straight away because of a situation like cars overtaking you or a lorry, then when you're about to go again, there's nothing wrong with rechecking again before you move off. And the signal is to show people that telling people that you want to move off. So if it's that bike ahead of us, someone's on the bike and they're on the path riding towards us on the left hand side, I'd definitely show a signal, because they might cross over that driveway and go into that side road. So think what will happen. Don't think that person's going to stay on that path all the time. Think the worst. What happens if that person crosses the road? I'll be in the way. I need to tell them. So always think of the worst case scenario as you're about to pull off. What would happen there if I didn't pull off? And one other thing that people do wrong is if they're pulling up behind a car, so this is what will happen on the test, if the opportunity, the examiner's going to say to you, pull up on the left, one car left behind that car in front of you. So I'll just demonstrate what they're going to do here. I'll show you. I'll just pull over towards it. So they ask you to pull over at this car, mirrors, no one around, I'm not going to signal in, braking, clutching, keeping it smooth, one car length. If you're too far away, they'll actually get closer. So you're quite close point. And they'll say, off you go when you're ready. And it's an angled start, so they want you to pull off safely. And the biggest fault people do is they pull off quick and they'll hit the car in front of them, get too close, so it's a clearance fault. Or they're worried about the car in front of them, they forget the shoulder again. So don't rush, look round, and brake off. If it doesn't move, that's fine. You want the clutch below. A little bit more checking, a little bit of clutch to make it move off. And then keeping that space from that car in front of you, holding that clutch still, and then looking at changing gear. Well, I hope you like this short video on moving off faults on the driving test. If you have, fantastic. And watch out for my next video on driving test faults also. Take care, safe driving.